In the vast and mighty Roman Empire, law and order were pillars of society. The Romans prided themselves on their legal system, a foundation for modern justice. But their punishments? They were often as dramatic and brutal as the empire itself. From fiery executions to twisted public spectacles, Roman justice didn't just serve the law, it entertained and terrified the masses. Welcome to the strange and terrifying world of Roman punishments. Part 1, Roman Law and Order. Roman law was a complex and influential system, codified in texts like the 12 Tables and enforced by magistrates and governors across the empire. Punishments weren't just about crime and punishment, they were about reinforcing Roman authority, morality, and power. Laws applied differently to citizens, slaves, and foreigners. Punishments varied depending on social class and the gravity of the crime. Public executions were a form of entertainment and a warning to others. Part 2, The Punishments. 1. Crucifixion. Perhaps the most infamous Roman punishment was crucifixion, reserved for slaves, rebels, and the worst criminals. Victims were nailed or tied to a wooden cross and left to die slowly, often over several days. This gruesome method wasn't just about death, it was about humiliation and fear. 2. Damnatio ad bestias, death by animals. For those who committed heinous crimes, the arena was their final destination. Condemned to face wild animals, criminals were torn apart for the entertainment of Roman citizens. Lions, tigers, and even bears were used in these grisly executions known as damnatio ad bestias. This wasn't just punishment, it was a show. 3. Poena culiae, punishment of the sack for parricides, those who killed their parents. The Romans reserved a particularly strange and horrifying punishment. The condemned was sewn into a sack with live animals, such as snakes, dogs, and roosters, and thrown into a river. This bizarre execution symbolized the ultimate rejection of family and society. 4. Burning alive. For crimes like treason or arson, burning alive was a favored punishment. This fiery execution was not only excruciating but also a public spectacle meant to serve as a stark warning against defying Roman authority. 5. Execution by being torn apart. In cases of severe betrayal or rebellion, the condemned might be tied to 2 horses or chariots and torn apart limb by limb. This punishment was as horrifying as it was symbolic, a literal dismemberment of the offender's ties to the Roman state. 6. The Tarpeian Rock. For crimes like treason or dishonoring the gods, the condemned might be thrown from the Tarpeian Rock, a sheer cliff on the Capitoline Hill. This punishment was quick but highly symbolic, casting the offender and the challenges. Part 3, Entertainment and Morality in Punishments. Roman punishments weren't just about justice, they were also a form of entertainment and moral instruction. By turning executions into public spectacles, the Romans reinforced their values, their authority, and their belief in the rule of law. But at what cost? Part 4, The Decline of Bizarre Punishments. As the empire transitioned to Christianity, some of its most brutal punishments began to fade, replaced by concepts of mercy and forgiveness. However, the legacy of Roman justice, and its bizarre punishments, left a lasting mark on history. The Roman Empire is remembered for its grandeur, innovation, and discipline, but also for its darker side. Their bizarre punishments reveal a society that valued power, order, and spectacle above all else. And with call to action. Like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating historical stories.